Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Bible Illustrated Hands. I thought I'd take you through my icon corner, which is in my room, just to talk a little bit about the icons that I have. First, this is the central icon, Jesus Christ the Victor. It is based on a model by the famous iconographer Stamatis Clearis, and even though it isn't made according to his original model, because that model had like turquoise background, much more vivid colors, and the halo was sort of oval shaped, not circle shaped. But I dislike when halos aren't circular, So the next three, what I like to call are the biggest mysteries of our salvation. The first is the Mother of God, of the sign. I really like this type of icon of the Mother of God because it shows her praying for all of us at all times. This is, of course, the crucifixion. This is just a reproduction. And I think this is the only reproduction I have on this higher tier of my icon corner. And here we have the descent into Hades, or the resurrection. It was based on a different icon, but I changed it a little bit. That is, I asked the iconographer to change a couple of things in order to fit me with my icon corner. First of all, it was flipped, so Christ is descending on the right and not on the left, as it was in the original icon, because I wanted him to descend away from the cross, So I also asked, I apologize, I also asked the iconographer to paint Hades blue in order to give it this unearthly quality. And I also asked him to draw Satan as this black shape that's bound below. Oftentimes Satan is simply drawn as a dark man, but I didn't like that depiction because it is sort of ordinary. He has next to no qualities that would indicate that he is an angel. So now that he's pitch black, I hope that the depiction is more to the point. So both the resurrection and this icon of Mother of God are from an iconographer from Nova Pazova, which is a city in Serbia. He also painted this icon of Saint George, who's my patron saint. If I'm not mistaken, the model that I saw, upon which he based this icon, was from this church in Crete. And for me, this is one of the most beautiful icons ever. However, he has nailed his gaze so well that sometimes I have problems praying before it, because it seems to me that any moment St. George would blink. This is the most recent edition, and the last, as far as painted icons go for me. This is St. John Chrysostom, the famed Archbishop of Constantinople, and the great friend of the poor. If any of you read his sermons, you know precisely what I mean. I have a lot of ties with this saint because I attend a chapel that's dedicated to him. On his feast day, I was tonsured a reader, and I really like his sermons, so he has a bit of a prominent spot. Now, it is a bit difficult to actually see this one because of the reflection, double reflection even. This is the icon of the three archangels, Saint Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael, and my guardian angel. In the case you can't hear me, that is because I have lifted the phone high up, so it might be the microphone might not be catching everything that I say. They're making the sign of the cross, with Saint Michael touching the forehead, guardian angel touching the navel, Saint Gabriel touching his right shoulder, and Saint Raphael touching the left shoulder. Saint Gabriel has a lily in his hand, and Saint Raphael has a box of medicine in his hand. There is also I had an idea for this icon from something I saw actually in a certain video game, where there was this holy water font in a Catholic church with a statue of 4 angels making the sign of the cross and sign saying above them, "With this conquer." When I took this icon to be blessed by the priest, he was a bit confused. He said, "Oh, I thought that this icon was unfinished. I thought that they were meant to hold scrolls." But he liked the idea. Okay, so these are the icons. Both of these smaller icons are from Corfu. On the left is Saint Spiridon, which I took last year when I went to venerate his relics again. And on the right is the Mother of God, taken in 2004, I think, when I also went to Corfu, and that was the first time I went to the liturgy. I went there. Oh, I think I covered the mic with my index finger. So in the case I missed it, in the case you guys missed it, I took this Mother of God, this icon of the Mother of God, when I was to Corfu in 2004. I have venerated the relics of Saint Spiridon. The first time I venerated the relics of a saint, if I'm not mistaken. And the day later, I went to my first liturgy, where I also served as an altar boy for the first time. It is a funny story. I'll make a separate clip. Here I have the New Testament, a vigil lamp, which is out of order at the moment, a stone with a print of Saint Seraphim of Sarov, and 2 censers. You know, an ordinary ceramic one, and jingly, swingly censer. Jingle, jingle, swing, swing. That isn't the prayer that the priest says when he censes the church, I assure you. So, in the lower tier, we have the Orthodox Study Bible, given to me by a friend of mine, Miljan. I have here the cross, which we got in the Church of the Sacred Heart in Paris. Yeah, it's quite beautiful, I think. It has that Byzantine crux gemata feel. Here I have an assortment of holy oils. I don't even remember what this one is. It was given to me by a friend. This oil is blessed on the relics of Saint Sava, he's the patron of Serbia. And this bottle contains the oil from the tomb of our Lord, together with oils from the graves of different saints, but the oil from the tomb is most important. What else? I have this Listovka, which is an old believer prayer rope, a rosary, which I don't pray, but I think it's beautiful. And sometimes I do the prayer roll of the Mother of God. A cross given to me by my sister, incense, prayer books, icon of Saint Spiridon that I got on the occasion of my second visit to Corfu. I've been there 3 times, and each time I got an icon. And for the rest of the icons, here we have the Mother of God, the softener of evil hearts. These are all reproductions, so these aren't patent in general. Then, one of my favorite, the icon of Chiune Sugihara. He was a Japanese diplomat in Lithuania, I think, in the Second World War, and due to his efforts, he managed to save between 6,000 and 10,000 Jews and Lithuanians from the Holocaust. He isn't canonized, by the way, but I'm pretty sure that he's a saint. This is an icon of Saint Milica, which I still didn't unpack. She bears the name of my sister, and it was given to me by my sister. A friend of mine brought this beautiful Christ in Desert reproduction on his occasion when he visited Moscow. A friend of mine, Milica, a different Milica, not my sister Milica, brought me this icon of a guardian angel, and it has this beautiful velvet frame around it. It's quite beautiful, I think. Sadly, it's very difficult to wash because it's attached to the icon. This is the only painted icon here. We call this icon in Serbia a white angel. Actually, it is the angel at the tomb of Christ. And some family friends gave me this icon when I graduated. There's a mistake on the icon because it has no inscription. Every icon should have an inscription, and that is one of the most important elements of the icon. So this one lacks it, but it's quite beautiful, and it was painted, I'm pretty sure, by one of our famed iconographers, Petar Belic. Then we have, I apologize, Saint Nectarios. We have this icon of Saint Nectarios of Aegina. He's a famed wonder worker. You guys probably know him as the patron against cancer, and given to me by a friend of mine when he went there for a pilgrimage. He went there to pray for his girlfriend's mother, which has, thank God, recovered after her surgery. Then we have this beautiful thing I got when I visited my spiritual father in Texas. I need this often. This icon keeps falling, and I think I'm going to just leave it here because I don't want it to fall all the time. Then Saint Herman of Alaska, and I simply love the writing on this scroll. From this day, from this hour, from this very minute, let us strive to love God above all. Also beautiful icon. I can't remember the name of the iconographer, but he's quite famous, and for a good reason. Holy water bottles, and most of you guys will know about this guy, Saint Phanourios. He's the patron of lost things in the Orthodox Church, similar to Saint Anthony of Padua in Roman Catholic Church, and similarly to Saint Anthony, when you recover the thing you lost, it is customary to thank Saint Phanourios in some public way. Or is it Saint Jude Thaddeus? I think it is always a good thing to thank Saint or God somewhat publicly. So that's it. I also wanted to share a story from my spiritual father. He said he buried two saints. One was his bishop, Saint Dimitri Royster. He was an archbishop of the southern United States, and he has recently left relics, incorrupt relics. But the other one is Anna. I can't remember her last name. He said she was a simple peasant woman who kept praying all the time. She would sing church hymns as she was milking cows, for example. But the most miraculous part about her is that all of her children have kept the faith completely, and her death was miraculous as well. I think she stopped returning her calls. They broke into her apartment and they found her praying, kneeling before her icons. You know, she was dead, but she released her spirit to the Lord in that prayer stance, and they found the prayer book next to her open. And I was thinking to myself, wow, it is such an honor to die during prayer. I wish I were made worthy of such a death. But then again, my guardian angel reminded me, well, Boyan, because you pray 15 minutes on a good day, the odds of you dying during prayer are quite slim. And that is the only slim thing about you. Thanks, angel. Coming from someone who has no body, I'll show him.